about Executive Director Wayne Pekarski. No one in this business has worked harder or grown more professionally and personally in the last 3 years as Wayne Pekarski. I met Wayne Pekarski when he was a director in this business, and I promise you, he used to call me all the time, come up to me every time I was around, and he said, "Robert Wilson, Field Development Manager at Ignite Extreme Energy. I'm going to be an executive director. I'm going to be a top 50 money earner in this company." Okay, get the managing director first, and we're going to build it the way that it should be built. No, Robert, don't understand. I'm going to be an executive director in this company. Wayne, okay. No, I'm going to do it. And he didn't just tell me. He told everybody. He told James. He told Ron and Tony. He told Mike Bodie. And I guarantee you, the more people that he told, the more people didn't believe. Wayne has changed my life, honestly. Wayne Pekarski has changed my life. I am being dead serious with you. He's changed my life. Because I did not think that he was going to be able to accomplish what he has in 3 years. It is absolutely phenomenal. Now, really quick story about Wayne. We were in a light board meeting just like this one about a month and a half ago, and I was with James Levins and Chris Levins and a couple other executive directors, and they said, "Robert, make sure you come out with us at the end of the meeting. We're going to have dinner at the end of the meeting." And I said, "Fine, let's do it. I want to have the meeting with you. Let's go out to dinner." And there was a bunch of other executive directors there, and I know that we gave out Mercedes to our top 50 money owners in the company. A lot of them, executive directors you've heard from tonight, have Mercedes. And I was driving to the restaurant to meet them at the end of the meeting, and I see one of our Ignite Mercedes in front of me. And I said, "Whose Ignite Mercedes is this? I see them all, and I looked a little bit closer to the license plate, and I saw Wayne Pekarski's license plate. Told ya so.
Yeah! My man!
Guys, I want to get you out of here as fast as possible. I know you're tired, your butts are probably sore, but let's give it up for the EDs of the Northeast. I'll tell you who I am. I have a couple points I want to touch on tonight, and I'm going to send you on your way. That's simple. My name is Wayne Pekarski. I'm an executive director. I am the number 35 money earner in this company.
That's right!
Guys, I'm a high school dropout. I quit school in 10th grade. I did concrete for the last 25 years. I'm raising a son right now, and I'm one of 8 kids. And when I got involved with this, I actually ran for office in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and I lost my election. I think it's very important so you know how I got involved with this. While I was a loser in my election, I was in Harrisburg, and I was invited to have dinner with a bunch of politicians. While I was there, I heard 2 congressmen telling 2 state senators to get their families involved with energy deregulation. I didn't know what energy deregulation was. I'm a high school dropout. This is what it's about, guys. This is why you're in the room. This is what makes it possible that people like us can get paid on a utility. I didn't understand deregulation, and then it was explained to me. Back in the early 70s, there was one way to send a package, and that was through the Postal Service. FedEx and DHL were born because of that deregulation in that market, that industry. The next industry was the airline industry. Southwest, JetBlue, AirTran came from that deregulation. We all know that the phone industry is deregulated. Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Cricket came from that deregulation. I made a senior director on a Cricket cell phone. Congressmen were talking about it, and I asked the state, I went over trying to talk to them, they told me they couldn't tell me it was a conflict of interest with their office. So what you're seeing right now, if you're doing the room, I begged 6 weeks to get involved with it. Because I was there, and a state representative friend of mine was there with me. I asked her to go talk to the guys. She talked to me for 45 minutes in November. I was freezing on a cold piece of marble, and she came back 45 minutes later and told me she couldn't tell me. She was just elected, and she didn't know where she stood in her office. But her husband was a wealthy business owner out of Bristol, PA, and I called and harassed him for 6 weeks. 6 weeks I called and said, Jim, find out from your wife what's going on in that business. It's a moneymaker, they said. Well, Jim's a successful businessman. He always makes money. And I knew if he was going to get involved with it, I wanted it in. 6 weeks later, he calls me up and says, yo, I got involved. Come over and check it out. To prove that this business works, guys, in the 3 and 10 business model that you were taught here tonight, my sponsors sponsored 3 people in the business. 3. Their 65-year-old mom, 54-year-old sister, and me. That's it. They got 12 customers and turned their web pages off in their first week. So for the last 28 months, they've been receiving checks. Not from what they did, from what they started. Yeah. Prove that it works. Now, for the people that are skeptical in the room, let's talk about skepticism. Let's talk about pyramid scheme and Ponzi scheme. You all know that the Attorney General's Office of the United States government did everything less than a colonoscopy to check our company out. You know that, right? Then they had to go through the state of Pennsylvania and get checked out again, right? It cost hundreds and millions of dollars to be licensed in the states that we're in. Our government does not hand Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes a license to touch someone's utility.
Woo! That's right.
Now, when I got going in this business, I'm not like George. I don't have 106. I'm right around 70 right now. Personally sponsored. Okay? But this is the deal. It only takes one George Trafos, one James Levins, one Jarrett, one Steve Lloyd, one, and then he's back there, one Mike 30, one me. We don't know who it's going to be. See, here's the deal. Everyone told me that I was going to be a failure. I would not make it in this business. They told me my mom was a judge for 30 years in Bucks County. When I brought this home to her, she smacked me right in the face and told me to get my money back. She did. She sent me to 5 people. She's a judge for 30 years. She sent me to 5 of her lawyer friends. All 5 of them lawyers are in my business. Yeah. You guys clap and check it out. I went home and she's like, how'd it go? I told you you got ripped off. I said, Mom, you're all in the business. She smacked me again. That's no joke, guys. It's very important that you understand that you have to take action in our business. We have the simple business plan. If you want to make it, if you want to be miserable and overthink this and recreate the wheel, you're going to struggle and you're going to fail. I teach my team, do 3 and 10. Teach your 3 to do their 3 and 10. If you want a hell of a lot more money, just go do 3 again. It's that simple. We have a simple business plan. It's not easy. Everyone told me no. That's why my license plate says "Told you so." Right? They all told me no. I have 8 brothers and sisters. 1 sister is my customer. 2.5 years later, at Christmas time, I roll up in my free Benz and I honk the horn and I waved to them all and I left. My nugget for you today, because you guys got all the nuggets from the Northeast, you guys understand we are the leaders in this industry. We are. Let's talk about our company. What are you getting involved with? Guys, we're an Inc. 500 company. We came in at $499. We didn't come in at $499. We came in at $198 overall, 80th in the energy sector, number 8 in revenue. We are the largest direct selling energy company in the world. Our CEO won Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. They don't give that award to just anybody. We're on the direct selling global list at number 16 of the top 100 global companies on the planet. We're at number 16. We're 8 years old. In Inc. 500, it takes takes 3 years of successive growth to even be considered for 8,500. We did in our 3rd year of eligibility with our numbers from just 2 states, Texas and Georgia. We're the leaders right here in the Northeast. The people in this room are the ones that's going to be the top winners in this company 5 years from now. It takes 5 years to open a business up, guys, to run a business. If you guys are struggling and you're going to go cry. Your family's at home. Don't bring it to the crowd of people. If you're struggling, go out there and struggle some more. I struggled so hard, it's been incredible. I just can't believe it. And they had 12 of the top money earners and 12 of the Northeast executive directors in one room. It's phenomenal. Give it up for Robert Wilson. I promised that I would get you guys out of here. I had 10 minutes to do this. Okay, usually the big wigs, Pekarski, Swaggerty, Randy Hedge, takes 20 minutes to a half an hour. Right? But they're the top income earners. They are the top income earners for now. You got people like Chad Williams, presidential director, standing in the room with us, sitting back, watching this all take place, guys. Right? But here's the thing. Chad flew up here from Texas and moved here. He knows what we have in our backyard. We had it here. We have the cookie. We have the cure for cancer. Why won't you go out and share it with people? What are you going to leave your kids? What are you going to leave your kids, guys? My grandfather worked for the Pennsylvania Railroad for 50 years. When he passed away, my grandmother received a portion of his pension. When my grandmother passed away, my mother received nothing. What are you leaving your kids? You think your job's going to leave something for your kids? Right? Job just over broke. Your bosses have you right where they want you. When I left my concrete business on day 1, because Pekarski Swaggerty said, draw a line in the sand for your family. Where do you stand for your kid, Wayne? And I said, you know what? Geez, I don't know. What am I going to leave my kid? A bucket of concrete tools and a hand trowel and a 1995 Mazda 3000? Seriously, guys, think about it. What are you leaving your kids? Are you setting your kids up for failure? Are you setting your kids up for failure? Are you teaching them because you were taught to go to school and get educated? Go to college, get more education. Get out of college, you can find a good job. That's how it used to be. That's not how it is anymore. Our kids are going out of college and going in debt. And they spend the next 30 years paying off their college debt. And they can't find a job that they majored in. It's not a joke. We have the cure for cancer. If everyone in our country would understand what we have in our hands right now, as little kids playing Monopoly, you all play Monopoly. There's not one person in this room that has not played Monopoly. Besides Boardwalk and Park Place into 4 railroads, what did you go after? Utility. A utility. It was a dream why you played that Monopoly game to own that utility. Well, guess what? With Ignite and Stream Energy making it possible, with the simple business plan, it's now a reality. The average person who gets involved with this for $329, named his own energy company, backed by a $5 billion company, has the opportunity as the big wig billionaires out in the country do right now. How bad do you want it? What are you leaving your kids? There should be 3 types of people in this room. I'm going to end it right here, right now. Okay? Either you're ready for me to shut up, you get out there with computers and sign up, right outside this door right there. It takes about 3 minutes and you own your own energy company. Okay? Or 2, you have a lot of questions. Guys, you have the EVs of the Northeast in your hands right now. Get your questions answered before you leave here. Don't go ask your broke concrete finisher friend about energy. Right? And number 3, it's not your time. It's not your time. I'd rather you say no to me right now and come in my executive director organization and bring a couple hundred people in than tell me yes right now and do nothing. Yeah. Right? We don't want people to pay $329 and do nothing because they're the ones that have to bad-mouth the industry and bad-mouth our company. I don't want you on our team. I don't want you a part of Ignite. Don't get involved. If you're not willing to do 3 and 10, keep your money. It's not going to work for you. Save your money, become your friend's customer. It's that simple. Because we don't want you out there bad-mouthing our company. The company's proven. We have the awards and accolades. Not going to sit here for hours and talk to you about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Guys, I don't go out to do Ignite. I do Ignite while I'm out. Right? If you just go out and talk to a couple people a day, you're done. So there are three choices. You want to just shut up and go sign up. 2, you have your questions. We're going to be out in the hallway here. And I believe we're going to be hanging out with one of the clubs around here somewhere. And 3, become a customer.